Hi, I'm Dr. Susan Otuakan, Executive Director of the Jamaica Conservation and Development Trust. JCDT manages the Blue and John Crow Mountains National Park and World Heritage Site on behalf of the Government of Jamaica. We are proud to have organized and facilitated our first UNESCO World Heritage Volunteers Youth Action Camp. The 8 young people who participated in Jamaica's program spent 10 days exploring the rich cultural and natural heritage of the Blue and John Crow Mountains. This video shares some of that experience.
So the purpose of the park's World Heritage Volunteer Initiative is to establish a core of youth ambassadors which will learn about natural and cultural preservation and conservation methods and the day-to-day management of the Blue and John Crow Mountains National Park.
Hi, I'm Brian Hamilton and I'm a student of the University of the West Indies doing a Master's in Business Management. Now I chose this program because I want to know how this whole national park is being managed. I myself climbed the mountains 3 times and yet I don't see the word buzzing, I don't see it on TV or radio advertising. And I know that our natives and international persons have no idea about how magnificent this mountain is.
Hello, my name is Nikki, I'm from Belgium and I wanted to be an ambassador of the World Heritage Site Blue and John Crow Mountains in Jamaica because it is only one of the 35 mixed World Heritage Sites that there exists, and next to this the strong connection between the intangible cultural heritage of the Maroon communities. I got the privilege of going to 2 Maroon towns, Charlestown and Moortown. And it was really interesting because I learned so much of what I didn't know before. For example, katoon, which looks like a very huge bean to us, but to them is food. Inside is a meaty substance which they would boil and cook. I had a cocoon rundown in Moortown, which was really good. And they'd also cook busu, which is a snail found in the rivers of Portland. They'd also use janga, which is a river shrimp, and some of us had the pleasure of trying to catch them because they're really fast. But what ultimately sold me to my heritage is that they're still in touch with their roots, so to speak. There is still a connection to their ancestors, and they heavily believe in their ancestors and that they can in turn help them and guide them through whatever obstacles that they have. And if you follow the drumming, you'll see them throwing rum on the floor and wiping the drums with the rum, and that's really to bless them and to bring the ancestors with them so that they can have something spiritual and celebrate what they had in the past.
I loved going to Ambassador and walking the Kuna Path. It really gave me an insight as to how the Maroons lived off the land and emphasised how inseparable the natural and cultural heritage is in the Blue and John Crow Mountains.
It's also really interesting for us to learn about how communities in the buffer zone play such an active role in preserving the cultural and natural heritage of the park. And we saw this through the preservation of historic trails such as the Kuna Path and also the safeguarding of the sacred site.
In addition to learning about safeguarding the cultural heritage of the site, we got some hands-on experience in the management of the park and preserving the natural heritage.
So we are currently standing in Holywell Nursery. All of the plants that you'll see are native species to Jamaica that we're trying to encourage the regrowth of in the park. They may not have had a chance to grow due to invasive species or overcrowding, so we bring them to the nursery where they're looked after until they've got a chance to regrow and we can replant them in the site.
So about 20 minutes along the trail you get to the spot. This is where they've actually done some work chopping down some invasive fern species. Here I have yucca, and over here I have dogwood, and these are tree saplings that are native to Jamaica, and we're going to plant them along here where the invasive species has been cut down.
As part of the program, we contributed to the development of educational materials for the new visitor center. We designed an interactive map of the World Heritage Site and the National Park, where visitors will answer questions by placing markers on the map. For example, this is a sample of the Blue Mountain Peak, which is the highest mountain peak in Jamaica, and they will start in the correct place on the floor plan.
Undoubtedly the highlight of the trip was when we climbed the Blue Mountain Peak.
We weren't sure at all about leaving at 2:30 a.m.
We quickly woke up hiking under the stars.
But the peak was freezing.
Made it to the top with an hour to spare.
Despite being very cold, it was absolutely worth the wait. It was so beautiful.
We were very surprised being the only ones there, considering it's the highest peak in Jamaica.
It really was a fantastic way to complete the trip.